absolutely. He got on fire, and again, you know, that was the Achilles heel. But we fought. We fought good. Fought good.
Yeah, we also had some Achilles heels on offense as well. Isaac Okoro, he's an offensive liability. He couldn't get in there and really score. Cleveland K, how you doing? Cleveland K.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Better now. That audio was awful.
I'm sorry.
That was weird.
Between me and Eric.
Yeah.
At first it was, because I went on that mic.
Okay. All right. Eric, where you going?
Oh, I always got things to do.
Okay. All right. People in high places, so I appreciate you. I'm sorry that the Cavs lost.
I'm good.
All right.
We the kings of next year.
That was that was Eric Nolan, everybody. So I got Cleveland Kate and Marshawn with me. Marshawn asked to come on to talk some Cleveland Cavaliers with us. Marshawn, don't nobody really want to hear I told you so.
I told you.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that right now.
I told you.
Marshawn,
Listen,
I told you so guy.
Yeah, I told you so guy. He one of those guys.
Listen, first I want to say hello, Cleveland Kate. Hello, how you doing? Kate, don't give me that look. You one of my favorites, Kate. But I told y'all. Listen, the Cavs was always a year, in my opinion, a year away. And I said, they got on this little magical high horse, little carpet ride, but they was gonna have to come back.
What happened after the All-Star break? Because it was like a completely different team.
Yeah. I mean, I always said, Kate, before All-Star break, teams is trying to, get on an All-Star team. They're trying to hit those all NBA teams. That's what I think before All-Star. Teams is trying to, they just freely playing. But with the minute after All-Star break, that's when you see a lot of teams going to playoff mode, and that's when you see who really won it. Like you see Atlanta looked terrible before All-Star weekend. After All-Star weekend, they turned into a whole different animal. Minnesota looked terrible before All-Star weekend. After All-Star weekend, they looked like a different animal. The Cavs looked great before All-Star weekend. Had me thinking that they was a championship contender. Came back to reality.
And I never thought they were a championship contender, but I thought they were like a 4 or 5 seed.
Yeah.
I did not think they were going to have to be a play-in team that didn't get in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought I figured they'd go out in the first round, but they'd at least get a little experience.
It didn't help that Jared Allen got hurt. I think when Jared Allen got hurt, that kind of was like the coup de grace. That was the kill shot to, my opinion, them making the playoffs, because he came back and played that last game, but you lose a little bit of continuity, with teams that's actually starting to play a little bit better. So, I think if they make the right moves, i.e., re-sign Karis LeVert, see if you could trade Collins for another piece. I think Darius Garland showed you that that's your point guard of the future. So, and I like the kid Brandon Goodwin as your backup point guard. I don't mean to call him the kid, the basketball player Brandon Goodwin. So I think if you could trade Collins, you don't even need to start. Trade him for some rotational wing players, another big man just in case. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley go out, and then let's run it again. I think next year they're gonna be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I will. Rachel will want to pay attention to this. I have been extremely critical of JB Bickerstaff since he took over. And I will say that he did a phenomenal job with that team this year, especially with Rubio going out like he did and just having to start piecing together a lineup and really pushing a lot of these young guys into playing more minutes than they should have been playing this year. I thought he did a really good job just coaching them up and everything and keeping them in it all the way to the end like he did. So
I got to eat
mad
my
at me
words.
because I have not been happy with JB, but this year showed me why he has that job.
So you now have respect for him.
JB, and I had no respect. I ain't had no respect for none of them guys. JB, what's the my guy Kobe Altman? I thought Kobe would be fired by now. I gotta eat my words. I was wrong. Kobe's still around. Kobe, in fact, got promoted, and JB.
Yeah.
This is, in my opinion, JB was always one of those guys that went from bench coach to the coach got fired and he was just the interim. To be able now to be a full-time head coach, I'm on board. I like where where JB the seriousness, that dog mentality, the little dog chain that they done brought onto the team. I really want to see where JB, Kobe, all of them guys. I want to see what you can do next. What next can
Well,
you
yeah,
do?
that's what this offseason's about, right? No more excuses. You've got your head coach. You've got, Kobe got his promotion and his extension and all that kind of stuff. Now it's the two of you. Go do what you're going to do. No excuses for next year.
Absolutely.
So what did y'all think? I talked very briefly with Eric about the game, but what did y'all think about the game actually on Friday? What was it that the Cavs couldn't do that enabled them to lose the game? Besides scoring enough points, obviously.
Consistency. In the first half, they played amazing. In the first half, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, dang, I might be losing $70 because I ain't gonna lie, I bet that the Cavs would make the playoffs this year. I made 2 separate bets. I'm like, man, I'm starting to add no money that I don't have. Like, oh my goodness. But then
we do not endorse betting on WOVU. We do not advocate for betting on WOVU.
But when Trae Young hit those 2 parking lots from Tri-C Metro to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, I knew the game was over then. When he hit those deep 3 right in front of the Cavs bench and looked at him, I said, man, I remember what he did to MSG. Goodness gracious, man. And that's when the Cavs put up a good fight. It was a great game. I can't lie. It was a great game. But, it just shows the team that has playoff experience, know what it takes to get there, know what that hunger feels like with Trae Young and the Hawks, and the team that's young.
So we got a comment from friend of the show, George Van Dickey, who wants to know our thoughts on the following. Does Evan Mobley have a shot at Rookie of the Year? Does Kevin Love have a shot at Sixth Man of the Year? And JB Bickerstaff for Coach of the Year? I'll give him 2 out of 3.
Well, let's hold that until we gotta go to break right quick. And it was funny because that was what I wanted to discuss in the next segment. So we actually got to take a break really quickly. So you're listening to Her in the Huddle on WOVU 95.9 FM, and we will be right back.
OVU Newsroom, I'm TC Lewis. Mayor Justin Bibb is seeking applications for the new Cleveland Community Police Commission with an emphasis on community. Applicants must be residents of Cleveland, and those selected must represent a diverse array of individuals, including those who have personal experience with homelessness, mental illness, or the criminal justice system. Voted into the city charter in 2021 by Cleveland residents, the permanent 13-member salaried commission will serve as the final authority on officer discipline and police recruitment and training. According to the city charter, all employees of the Division of Police, including the Chief of Police, must fully cooperate with the commission or face termination. Commissioners are to be paid no less than $7,200 per year. Applications must be submitted by April 30th. They can be found at mayor.clevelandohio.gov/police-reform. From the WOVU Newsroom, I'm TC Lewis.
Why can't I find this on Facebook anymore? I used to be able to go to your profile.
Yo, Siri, who has the hottest app in the city?
WOVU 95.9 FM.
Siri, tell them why WOVU 95.9 FM got the hottest app right now.
WOVU streams at 192 kilobits per second, giving the best sound in the city.
WOVU has a new sound coming out our app right now. The only one in the city, 192 kilobytes per second. Listen, man, it is going down. That's what you're telling me, Siri?
That's right, DJ Chris Styles. You already know what it is.
Listen, check out our new sound right now. Go to your mobile store app, download WOVU 95.9 FM, and check us out right now. Tell everybody, listen, we're coming at you. This is the Burton Bell Carr Community Radio Station. You already know what it is. Welcome back to Her in the Huddle with Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports.
Found it. It's usually on radio, but it's on that All Sports Network now. I'm good.
All right. Welcome back. This is Her in the Huddle on WOVU and 95.9 FM. This is your girl, Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports, and I am here with my girl, Cleveland Kate. Happy to see you, Cleveland Kate. And I'm also here with Marshawn Powers as well, who wanted to jump in on that Cavs action. Sent me a text today talking about I hate to be that guy, in which I said that we were going to lose. Man, forget you, Marshawn. Ain't nobody thinking about you, man.
You really about to be upset at me on this next segment. Go ahead. Let's get to it.
It's because what we was talking about.
Yeah.
All right. So George Bendicki did bring up whether or not some of the accolades, and it was funny because we did have those already scheduled to talk about as well. Whether or not Evan Mobley would win Rookie of the Year, whether or not Kevin Love would win Sixth Man of the Year. Could JB? I don't know. I don't know if anybody ever introduced us, but could JB Bickerstaff win Coach of the Year even though they didn't make the playoffs?
I think Kay said 2 out of 3. I'm gonna go with. I don't think they'll win any. Well, I think I say that 9 times out of 10, I think Evan Mobley is going to win Rookie of the Year. Although I don't think he is the Rookie of the Year. I think the Rookie of the Year should go to Cade Cunningham. I think Cade Cunningham played on a different level. Now, yeah, he was on a bad team, but you take Cade Cunningham off Detroit might going to be worse than what they were. They might not even win a game. You take Evan Mobley off, I'm not going to, the Cavs didn't make the playoffs. They still missed the playoffs, but, I think, I don't know. Okay.
I think Kevin Love's got a real shot at Sixth Man.
The award that I thought that they should win, the award that I thought somebody on the Cavs should win is Most Improved. I thought Darius Garland should win Most Improved.
Yeah, I forgot to mention him too. Yeah.
To go from playing, being labeled as possibly injury prone to balling out this year, making the All-Star game, leading the team to the play-in. I definitely think Darius Garland should be the Most Improved player of this year.
I would say I hadn't been impressed with him the past 2 years, and I'm like, why did they draft this guy? I'm like, he wasn't a 3-point specialist, as they had said, and this was just based over what I've been watching, for the past 2 years. He was supposed to be labeled a 3-point specialist. I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about in the past. So I definitely have believe that he should win Most Improved Player because if you look at it, we were still terrible guys.
What's up, Ray?
Won like 20 games or something like that. So the Cavs definitely were not the Cavs that they are right now. So I think Darius definitely deserves Most Improved Player of the Year because what he has been able to lead the Cavs to. This is his team. Mm-hmm. So he's led the Cavs towards that. But one of the things, and I'm sure we're gonna get to, is how much we miss Colin Sexton in that game. Needing somebody that can go and get buckets. So, but and he didn't have Colin Sexton there alongside him, so you got a chance to see just how good Darius is on his own. So yeah. I definitely believe that he should be Most Improved Player because if it wasn't for him, this team wouldn't have been on the brink of the playoffs as well.
Yeah, I can agree. I could definitely agree with that. One thing you did say about Colin Sexton, I think in terms of Colin Sexton, this did the Cavs a favor. You seen what you got last year with Colin. He averaged almost 25 points a game, had the ball in his hand, had to be that scorer. But then you also seen what you got this year with Darius Garland being, the guy that could get you 30 points a game, but can also get you 12, 13, 14, 15 assists. With Colin can't get you that, so.
Well, you need to know what the team is like without somebody.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
To figure out what he adds to the, is it addition by subtraction? What does he add to the mix? What happens when he's out? How are the other guys able to showcase what they can do without him in there? I'm going to make the argument for Kevin Love all day long. I think, especially considering what his role used to be, for him to become the sixth man and come off the bench and be as effective as he was, be as good in the locker room as he was, and have the impact he had. He wasn't always a sixth man. He was a starter, and he transitioned to that really well this year. And I think that was a huge factor in the first half of the season.
I agree.
No,
I
for
think
sure.
So too. And
I'm excited. I'm excited that Kevin Love is. Speaking of Kevin Love, I'm excited that Kevin Love is hosting a pre-camp, and I might come down to Nashville. I might go down to Nashville and check that out, man. I tell you this, people might say, I was a little harsh on the Cavs this year. I don't think I'm harsh. I just, I know what good teams have depth, and I think the Cavs, as far as good players, they didn't have a strong depth to start the season. You had a bunch of 7-footers, but
you, Marshawn, you were a little more realistic than some of us wanted to be.
Yeah.
As football season is winding down, and
Yeah.
as disappointed as we were in what the Browns were doing, we jumped on that Cavaliers bandwagon and went. A lot of people went crazy. I don't know that I went as crazy as some.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see him winning a championship. I thought we'd go out in the first round, but I thought we'd at least get playoffs. But I think that's why a lot of people, were calling you a hater, and even people like me and stuff, because we were so bummed at the end of football season that right? That's what we do. We jump on whatever team's doing well, and it was like, yes, this is my championship this year. I'm like, no, chill out.
So, I mean, you got exciting football. I mean, the basketball. You got exciting basketball. The past 2 years, they weren't watchable. For them to be able to be watchable this year, to see. I was about to slip up and call it the Q again. It take me a while to remember. Rocket Mortgage.
Okay to call it the Q.
The Q. We
play baseball with Jake. I got no problem with the Q.
So to see the Q packed out for what it was in that Atlanta game, just the excitement that came. I think next year the sky's the limit.
Even Friday night was one of those great nights in Cleveland where you've got basketball and baseball going on in town. And we don't get
2016, don't it?
Yep. Yeah. Although Rachel was at the baseball game. I'm gonna start a tracker for how many times she calls the baseball.
Rachel went and watched the Guardians to the Giants instead of watching the most electrifying team in Cleveland right now.
What you say? The wind is blowing.
Oh, let me move here. I'm gonna go to this pergola. But I said, you ain't go see the most electrifying team in Cleveland right now?
I did. You talking about game night with both teams playing? I did. I started off at the Indians game, and then at halftime, I went over to the Cavs game.
There's one.
Oh, my God.
The Guardians.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me.
It was snowing today, and people are like, I can't believe it's snowing today. And I'm like, yeah, because it should have been snowing Friday for opening day.
Yeah.
Yes, the Guardians. Yes, I went to the Guardians first, and then went over to the play-in game. So, yeah, it was a very interesting night in the CLE. So
it always happens when I'm never at home. Like Cleveland always get popping. When I'm at home, it be boring as all day. The minute I leave and go somewhere, Cleveland. You know what it is? I think because I said that I've outgone Cleveland. Cleveland just say, you know what, we're gonna pop without you. When you ain't here, that's when all the electric stuff.
Where you at now?
In the great city of Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Marshawn is always on the move, so he
guess where I'm going tomorrow?
Where?
New Orleans.
You driving?
Yeah, I'm driving.
How long is it gonna take you?
About 5 hours.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
I got to get back to Cleveland soon. I've been gone too long.
Well, enjoy your time away, man. You young.
Yeah, especially that snow. Look at this. Well, they won't be able to see the radio, but man, it's so beautiful. So beautiful.
Shut up. We don't need you rubbing it in. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Can't take no more of this sunshine, and I was right. And you were wrong.
Oh, no, man. It's all love. I'm sending all love to y'all right now.
So are we in disagreement about who gonna win the Rookie of the Year? Because I'm going for Evan Mobley, but you mentioned Cade Cunningham. Yeah.
I think Evan will win, but in my heart, I want my guy Cade to win. A 25-5 guy, led him in points, assists, all like that. I like Cade's game, but I think when it's all said and done, the Cavs will have another. This will be their third Rookie of the Year in the past 20 years.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
What?
Kyrie? I think
Kyrie,
his defense is really important and hard to measure if you didn't watch it. And what he was able to do as a rookie, he hadn't even come into his size yet. And what he was able to do defensively, I just don't know that anyone deserves it more than he does. I just don't know if he'll get it. I don't know if they'll factor that in or if they'll just look at the numbers.
Yeah,
And also how much he helped us improve as a team and a franchise as well. You know, his footprint on us. We talk a lot about Darius, but we can't we can't ignore this rookie who stood tall in the low post. He got to work on this dribbling, but he also tried to develop an outside shot so he could be a go-to shooter as well. So there's a lot of attributes that he brought to this team, and he was one of their main reasons why as well, amongst other people too. But we were in this playing game.
Yep.
No.
What was you gonna say, Marshawn?
I was just gonna say that no, Evan Mobley, what he did to the franchise to in 6 months is just unbelievable. You embrace the city. You got guys like, what was it, the Jalen Green kid? That's what I wanted in the draft. Thank God we didn't get him. But he straight up said, was the only one that said, don't send me to Cleveland. I don't want to go to Cleveland. Now he's
for real?
on the bad team. Huh?
Oh yeah, we don't want you.
Yeah, so
how about that?
I think I like
we don't
how
want you.
one thing I can say about Evan Mobley, I know we probably about to go to break soon, but he's a basketball son. Your father's a coach. Your brother plays at USC. Like you were raised the right way. So I like a kid like that who's on the right path. He's getting everything that he needs to get done, and he's gonna grow. I can't whoever Giannis Antetokounmpo went to bulk up from rookie year to now is the same person that Evan Mobley need to go to and bulk up and get there, because when he gets some size on him, man, that's all I can say. Man, it's over with.
And some strength. He ain't gonna be able to be pushed around, but also too, we got to go to break in a second. But everybody's talking about Scotty Barnes as well, who could win Rookie of the Year to forward for the Toronto Raptors. So that's another. So those three pretty much are the front runners. So I'm hoping that they'll go ahead and give it to Evan Mobley, get his confidence sky high, and looking forward to what he can do going into next year as well. Because these Cavs have to have something positive to, even though they didn't make the playoffs, they have to have some positive marks to come off of. They were almost there, and this is a young team, so they just unfortunately, weren't able to get it done in Brooklyn, and they weren't able to get it done at home. And I don't even think Atlanta is necessarily the better team. It's just, you saw this team make mistakes, and that's what youth does. They make mistakes at the end and, allow the momentum to happen. And I don't understand why JB didn't play Kevin Love more, but we can get into that in the next segment because we got to start football.
I could definitely tell you why he ain't playing. K Love defense, he switched cheese on defense, man. They put that man in a pick and roll against Trae Young. Hey man, he barbecue chicken. You can't do nothing. You gotta play defense.
That was matchup. That was all coaching the matchups, and that was not a favorable matchup for Kevin Love.
He couldn't even guard Danilo. I always mess his name up. Danilo Gallinari. He couldn't even guard him in a pick and roll because all he did was just stay on the 3 line. And if Kevin Love came out, he blew right past him. So that's a different topic for a different day because I know K Love gonna retire here, but I think might want to consider trying to get him off them books.
All right, we're gonna be right back. We're gonna take a break. You're listening to Her in the Huddle on WOVU 95.9 FM. We'll be right back.
And you can get yours. Enterprise Community Partners presents free tax filing from IRS certified professionals. There's locations all around Cuyahoga County, and you can receive up to $6,600 from the Earned Income Tax Credit if eligible. They'll even be able to help you open a checking account to safely deposit your tax refund into if you don't already have a checking account. There's no fees. Filing is free. There's no catch at all. Schedule your tax appointment at refundohio.com. This message is brought to you by Third Federal, Huntington Bank, Dollar Bank, U.S. Bank, Ohio Savings Bank, Cuyahoga County Family Services, Bank of America, Cleveland Neighborhood Progress, IRS, Citizens Bank, Fifth Third Bank, PNC, Key Bank, and WOVU, a Burton Belcar community radio station.
Since 1997, St. Luke's Foundation has awarded millions of dollars each year to positive, impactful organizations that serve you and your community. And now it's time to put the money where your mouth is. So we're introducing Lift Every Voice, a platform created to hear directly from you. We want to know what's important to you and what's important for your community, so St. Luke's Foundation can put all these millions in all the right places. And sharing your voice is easy to do. Go to lev216.org and sign up for the Lift Every Voice email and text updates. It's completely anonymous and totally free. And your voice will impact where, why, and how St. Luke's Foundation spreads that monetary love. Head over to lev216.org and sign up now to help lift every voice in our community. This message is brought to you by St. Luke's Foundation and WOVU 95.9 FM, Our Voices United, a Burton Bell Carr community radio station.
Welcome back to Her in the Huddle with Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports.
All right, welcome back to Her in the Huddle on WOVU and 95.9 FM. This is your girl, Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports, and I'm here with Cleveland Kate and Marshawn Powers. And make sure you always keep it locked here on your dial at 95.9 FM. You can listen to us online at WOVU.org. You can always give us a call to join the conversation at 216-271-0959. But we definitely want you to go ahead and download that WOVU app so you can listen to your favorite radio station host on the go, so you can listen to us at all times of the day. So definitely download that app. And Kate and Marshawn, we were just talking about the Cavs and the miraculous season that they had. Could JB be a finalist for Coach of the Year? Do you guys think he should win Coach of the Year?
They already announced who the Coach of the Year is.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm. They gave it to, what's his name? Up in Phoenix. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Oh, Monty
Williams. Yeah, they gave it to Monty Williams already. Yeah, they announced that last week.
I love Montel Williams. I used to watch his show.
They gave it to Monty won last year too, so he won back to back. I just looked it up before. I was like, no, I feel like they named Coach of the Year. I'm tripping. But yeah, no, they gave it to Monty. They gave Monty the Coach of the Year.
I ain't in agreement with that.
Listen, if he'd have gotten them around into the playoffs, I might have argued that with you. But I think he took, while we can see that what he did the second, while we can explain away a lot of things that happened in the second half when it comes to voting for Coach of the Year and stuff like that, that consistency counted against him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the youth of that team. And they'll learn. Yeah. You know what I mean? They'll learn. I'm not holding it against him. They'll learn, but not this year. Yeah. That's why I said 2 out of 3 on George's comment. Is I thought Evan Mobley has a chance. I'm really rooting for Kevin Love, but I think without the announcement today, I didn't think JB was going to be up there. So
if as far as 6th man of the year, if they take into account, if they don't take into the account that that Kevin Love played poorly last year, I would give it to him, even though I feel like for 6th man they're gonna give it to Tyler Hero down in Miami because he's out.
Well, then maybe he ought to be considered for most improved because when you look at last year and this year,
that's what I say.
I think different player.
Yeah, I think if you take away, Tyler Hero averaged this amount of points, and you consider the impact that Kevin Love did from last year to this year, I would definitely, give him that nod, give him his last little achievement of his career before.
See, I'd love to talk to the people who actually vote on this stuff because I have no idea what they're looking at.
It's the
media. When it comes in the NFL to MVP, for me, your MVP is the player who is the difference maker. Like your team is a completely different team without that player. And they're always giving it to quarterbacks. And I'm like, there are a lot of teams whose impact players are not quarterbacks.
For instance, yeah.
And so I don't know what their criteria is. So it's the same way with the NBA. I don't know if there's an official criteria or if every voter has their own list of these are the things I'm looking at. I would love to have a conversation with someone who actually gets to vote, who could just walk me through what they're looking at when they're making that decision for any of these awards.
I think a lot of, I could be wrong, but I think a lot of these guys who do vote off of who their favorite is. Like, for instance, like, I was watching something about the MVP this year, and in my opinion, I feel like Joel Embiid should be the MVP. But you got guys making cases for like Steph Curry. I'm like, Steph Curry is not the MVP, man. Just because he's on a team full of he's not. He doesn't lift them over. He gets lifted more than anything. I think Joel Embiid put Philadelphia on his back with some guys. They're not stars before James Harden got there. Like, you don't look at Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey as stars. You look at them as very good NBA players. Joel was a star. So I that's my definition of MVP.
Yeah, and also, what he's done, just turned his game around, developing that jumper and what he's been able to do defensively in the low post and, developing the 3-point shot. So, he became a threat just away from the low block as well, too. So, if anything, he could be one of the most improved players as well. I definitely would be on board for Joel Embiid to win MVP because, the 4 times that, they played, because the Cavs have lost to the 76ers 5th straight times. And every time he played, he pretty much was one of the reasons why that took place. So, and you got to see him just be incredible and amazing, not just against our team, but other teams as well. So I feel like if he don't get, player of the year, he got robbed.
Yeah, for sure. Well, certainly. And if they give it to the Joker, I might say some bad words. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I believe in that. So let's move on to football today, guys.
Somebody got paid.
I know somebody got paid in an Escalade today, man. And he gonna be here for a while, and I'm so happy for it.
You want to know what somebody told me today?
What?
They said the man was overpaid. I said, you're crazy. I said, how? I said, his first game ever in the NFL, his first matchup ever in the NFL was against the best wide receiver in all in the NFL at the time, Antonio Brown. I said, man, that man is worth every penny he got. I'm so happy for him.
When he plays.
Yeah, hey, I tell you this. You probably
that's the only That's the only thing I'm gonna say, and that's probably what the person was thinking that said that to you. He has had some injuries that have kept him off the field. When he's on the field, he's worth every penny of what they're paying.
Absolutely, yeah. But hey, $100 million may make an injury feel better. May make I can't play on my pinky toe, but you got $100 million, you may be able to muscle through
or I already got paid. I ain't playing on my pinky toe. We'll see. We'll see what his attitude's like. It'll be interesting to see how his game changes.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to know that man got what he was rightfully deserved, what he's rightfully due.
I'm excited to know that we don't have to play against him. I would rather have him here, even if he's injured and not playing, than have him in Pittsburgh or Baltimore or Cincinnati or some other place where I got to play against him. I would much rather have him here.
Because I imagine Baltimore would have been eyeing him like that's a good fit for that defense. But
I was reading something about the best fits for him. I said, man, the best fit for him is Cleveland. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all already predicting BS.
Was Baltimore on that list a good fit?
No, it was. The number 1 best fit for him was Kansas City. The number 2 best fit for him was Cincinnati. And I want to say it was an NFC team. I want to say it was either Tampa or Philadelphia.
Yeah, so a 5-year, $100.5 million contract that includes 71.25. So 71 million, 0.25 million guaranteed.
Oh, they ain't give him the fully guaranteed contract?
No, it ain't fully guaranteed.
Oh, man.
But 71.25 million is.
He's a corner. He ain't getting fully guaranteed. And you've seen his injury report. He ain't getting fully guaranteed.
71 million guaranteed is good enough for me.
Yeah.
Hey, $1 million guaranteed. The way I'm feeling right now, I'll take $1 million fully guaranteed right now.
50,000 guaranteed.
I'm saying,
play. All right. Where Baker gonna end up, Marshawn?
Whoo! Rachel know what I'm about to say.
The Cheesecake Factory?
Siberia. Anywhere they got a cheesecake factory. Siberia. No, honestly, I think Baker gonna end up. Carolina.
Yeah, that's what they saying.
Carolina. Send him anywhere, man. I just get this man off my team. I watched that whole. I don't know. I wasted an hour and a half of my life
Does
watching
Seattle
that
still need somebody?
No, they they just re-upped Geno. They gave
Yeah.
Geno $7 million over a year. I guess they believe in Geno.
Over Baker. Yeah.
I tell you this.
I had to mute Seahawks Twitter after Russell Wilson went to Denver, so I have to unmute them and see what their thoughts are on Geno. Because
I honestly think if he don't go to Carolina, I think Tampa's try to swipe in and get somebody post Tom Brady. They still don't have their answer post Tom Brady.
The idea of Carolina is hilarious. To have him and Darnold end up on the same team.
On the same team, be crazy.
Wherever he goes,
wherever he go. I was talking to one of my homeboys. He used to be a field manager out in Berea. Wherever they go, the Browns are already accepted the fact they probably gonna have to pay close to half.
Oh, they're gonna have to pay him.
Yeah, they're gonna have to pay close to half his side. Because my thing is, what I think he's doing is he's trying to go the Odell route because he idolizes Odell a lot. I think he's trying to get himself cut. You did the interview. You didn't badmouth the Browns, but you said enough that it gets you the side eye from future teams that you go on because you airing dirty laundry. You didn't air a lot of dirty laundry, but still, you don't badmouth the people that's got to pay you. While you still under contract. So I can see him down. I can see him down in Carolina. I don't understand why the man don't want to come home. Come to Houston. Come down here. You a Texan. You love.
It would almost be funny since we got Deshaun. Baker. I don't know why they didn't just package him up in the trade.
They said no. They said no.
Well, the Texans are a hot mess. They are a hot mess.
Nate the Great says Drew Lock sucks, but I'm glad Seattle has him. I mean, we play Seattle on our schedule, and as a Broncos fan, we play the Seahawks on our schedule. So that's what he said.
Hey, Nate the Great, you better worry about that man, Russell Wilson. You need to worry about Drew Lock. You better worry about y'all gave up a lot for Russell Wilson, man. Hey, Russell, if he don't get y'all no Super Bowl. You got bigger fish to fry over there in Denver, man. I think Seattle is gonna end up getting one of these top. I hope they get the kid Malik Willis from Liberty. If they get him,
I see him going to Pittsburgh.
Oh my goodness, why?
The Steelers.
No, I don't want nobody. No, I don't want anything to mess up the plan of us winning. I'm back fully on the Browns bandwagon. I'm back. You see, I got on orange today. I was ready to give it up last year. It was affecting my mental health. So I'm back fully engaged. We here. Let's go.
All right, we got to go to a quick break right quick. So that was a perfect segue. So when we come back, do y'all want to talk some Guardians or do y'all want to talk some of these free agent signings?
Yeah, I'm going to talk Guardians for like 2 minutes and then I got to go. My homeboy want me to go with him over his parents' house. So I watched a lot of Guardians.
You got priorities. You can't be hanging out with us and talking sports.
All right. You're listening to Her in the Huddle, WOVU 95.9. We'll be right back.
WOVU Newsroom, I'm TC Lewis. Thousands of marijuana convictions are set to be erased thanks to Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb, City Council President Blaine Griffin, and Chief City Prosecutor Aquila Jordan. The city officials filed motions at the Justice Center to expunge records dating back to 2017 for minor misdemeanor possession cases of 20 grams or less. The expungements will take effect as soon as the motions are signed by Cleveland Municipal Court judges. In 2020, Cleveland City Council passed an ordinance to reduce penalties for misdemeanor marijuana possession cases to no fines or prison time. Yet the city prosecutor's office has identified 455 individuals who have been mistakenly charged since city council passed the ordinance, in addition to thousands of other cases eligible for expungement since 2017. According to data compiled by the U.S. Census Bureau and the American Civil Liberties Union, white and Black Americans use marijuana at similar rates, but Black Americans are nearly 4 times more likely to get arrested for it. From the WOVU Newsroom, I'm TC Lewis.
Cleveland, we know you have something to say. We know there are things on your mind you've been itching to get out. Call the WOVU Talkback line, 216-200-7848, and tell us what it's all about. Tell us what's bothering you. Tell us what makes you happy. Tell us what you want to hear on WOVU. Call or text the WOVU talkback line 216-200-7848. This is WOVU, our voices united. We can't do what we do without you.
Welcome back to Her in the Huddle with Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports.
All right. Welcome back to Her in the Huddle, WOVU 95.9 FM. I'm here with Cleveland Kate, and I'm here with Marshawn Powers, and we are going to be talking Guardians. It was a unanimous decision that we talk Guardians today.
Well, they I have so many things, and we only have a small section of time. They opened their season this week, so we had to talk about them. I don't understand all the interleague play. I don't understand why we're playing National League teams the first week of the season. I thought that was like later on in the year. I didn't like that at all.
Because it's funny because I love interleague play. I always have.
I like interleague play, but not like with the second series against the Reds, the first series. I mean, like, why are we playing them already? I didn't understand.
I don't understand. I'm actually.
And then the Giants for our home opener? Come on.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I ain't even gonna lie. They set them up bad for that. they did my Guardians so disrespectful.
Yeah, well, Guardians did they so disrespectfully because they dropped the first two in Kansas City and then came back and was able to win the second two, and then they were able to sweep Cincinnati. So we're like, yeah, this is a different Guardians team, and then they came and laid a flat egg and got swept by San Francisco. The Giants are a good team. Gabe Kepler is a good manager, but I wasn't expecting the sweep. But, Tristan McKenzie was scheduled to pitch tonight for the Guardians, but the game has been canceled. So that's why we don't have any score updates. So I don't know if y'all noticed at all, but the first 2 months of the season, pretty much all home games are an hour earlier than they used to be. So that's something that's weird, with the schedule. So we'll be able to give score updates while we're on the air on Monday and Tuesday games. But I know, Marshawn, you had something you wanted to get off your chest about the Guardians before you had to go.
Yeah, yeah, man. I finally got it last week. I told you I ain't got a chance to watch them, but I finally got a chance to watch them, and they look pretty good. I watched the game when Jose smashed the grand slam against the Reds or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're gonna be all right. I like the left fielder, the rookie kid. I really like
Quan. Hit
Quan.
Yeah.
You gotta show me the Quan.
Do the
Are
Quan.
we all gonna do Jerry Maguire stuff now?
Yeah.
Hit the Quan.
So no, I
He got hit in the head with the pitch. Was that Friday night?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Saturday I was watching. He got beamed in the bean.
Yeah,
he did.
I definitely. I didn't think we would come back to, we would get swept by the Giants. I thought we would probably get one. We have 4 and 5 right now. We're gonna be all right. We play.
I got a little frustrated with Tito after the game yesterday in the sweep, talking about how well they played, and I'm like, can we talk about how badly we're hitting?
Yeah,
we're not hitting well right now, and I'm a little concerned about how poorly we're hitting and how poorly we're pitching.
Absolutely. So I think we'll get it together. One thing for sure, 2 things for certain. I trust Tito up until he goes out again with another knee surgery or something. If Tito manages, this is how I'm going. If Tito makes it through the season, we're gonna be all right. The minute Tito go out for a surgery or something, I don't know. Every time Tito get hurt, the season just goes to crumble. So,
I mean, Rachel, Jose's batting .457.
Yeah,
playing the best. Hey, all it took was to get a man 120 million for him to play. That's all it took.
Even Quan's right behind him at 385.
Man.
The other guys that are doing well just haven't had as many at-bats and stuff.
I do got one thing though.
I got no problem with Jose, although he looks like he's put on a little weight since last year.
Yeah, $120 million.
If you're going to hit well, it's fine.
He's always been a little thick.
You got them trouble cheeks. You got them chipmunk cheeks.
Nate the Great said, hey, Willie will be on tomorrow with us, Nate. So you can ask him tomorrow. He said he got to address Willie because he an Oakland A's fan. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Willie's a whole different kettle of fish.
Yeah, I thought Willie was a Rangers fan for some reason.
No, he's an Oakland fan in general.
Man.
That's like his default go-to.
Well, they about to be to Vegas.
Willie about to be mad at Willie about to be mad at me. I'm about to be his next door neighbor. I'm not moving to DC no more.
Oh yeah,
you not?
I'm moving to Houston now. Yeah, I got opportunity out here to do some stuff. So speaking of Willie,
well, congratulations.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna stay on.
You lived in Houston before, didn't you?
Yeah, I did for 1 year, but I got an opportunity down here, and then my second family down here, they kind of convinced me, you safe down here. So I said, you know what? I got family down here. The weather is good baseball. They got a dome on their stadium. Why not?
Okay.
Why not? But nah, but yeah, I don't really know the ins and outs of a full 162 schedule for the Guardians. But I'll say this: when July comes around and if they around 500 or above 500, I'm gonna start screaming playoffs. Right now, taking it day by day with the Guardians because I don't know.
You're not allowed to use the P word in relationship to baseball until August.
That is true.
It's April, people.
Yeah.
You can't win the playoffs in April, but you can lose them. We need to be a lot better by the end of this month than 500. Yeah. I'm gonna say that. These slow starts are killing me.
Yeah.
You said the what are killing you?
Slow starts.
Oh well, Aaron Savali got pulled yesterday.
Us, right? Like they could, the Guardians could pretend that nobody's been paying attention for the last 10 days because we were watching the Cavs and looking to see what they were going to do and if they were going to get into the playoffs. Well, now they're done. There ain't nothing to distract sports fans in Cleveland from what the Guardians are doing now. So
yep, all eyes on them now.
All eyes.
I always tell people if you live in Cleveland and you dating a guy that likes sports, this is the best time. This is where he's gonna be. He's gonna get all his attention. This is where he's gonna be faithful, everything. Because it ain't nothing to.
Or a girl who likes sports.
Oh yeah, but you watch everything. You into everything.
I'm telling you, there should be a dating service. They have that dating service called It's Just Lunch. Mm-hmm. There needs to be one called It's Just Ball Game, and they need to hook up singles to go to an Indians game. Because what better first date
Stop giving away our idea, Kate.
Than an Indians game? You can have a conversation. It's not too loud. You're watching the game. You can talk about the game. You can talk about other stuff. It's the perfect setting and time frame for a first date.
I took one of my exes to it, and she hated sports. I took her to an Indians game. She's like, that was one of the best, most fun I ever had.
Really?
I took her to an Indians game and a
Browns game. Somebody's gonna steal my idea and make it a thing. I'm saying it should be a thing.
Yeah.
Or an entire section of seats that you can only buy one single seats, and we have like single people in that section.
Kate,
so maybe you meet somebody at the game who's there.
Let's patent this, Kate. We got to patent this and get it going. Let's get it going.
We'll cut Rachel out.
Where Rachel at? No, she left.
I don't know. She disappeared. We'll talk without her. We don't need Rachel.
All right. Well, shoot. Kate, who won in the finals? Who won in this Boston and Brooklyn series, Kate?
Brooklyn.
Thank you.
Brooklyn. I hate Boston. I hate all things Boston. I got they call Dunkin' Donuts Dunkies. Who does that? Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. DD.
I got a homeboy. I made a smart dumb bet with one of my homeboys. That we don't bet on WOVU, but we bet over here at Marshawn Powers Entertainment.
I find Marshawn Powers Entertainment to be very entertaining.
Yeah, I tell you, I made a bet. My homeboy don't think Brooklyn gonna make the finals. I said, all they got to do is make the finals. I said, name your price.
That's all they got to do is make the finals.
He named his price. I said, they ain't got to win it. All they got to do is make it. Okay, we good.
All right, so I'm pulling up the brackets now. They should all be laid out, right?
Yeah.
We know who all the playoffs are. I don't even know where Rachel went. I don't know if we're still on the air. We'll talk.
I don't think we are. Yeah, I don't think we are, but we could talk till 7.
Let me see my bracket. Where's my matchups? There we go. Stop doing that. I hate the internet some days. Phoenix against the, which is hilarious. They abbreviate the Pelicans as NOP. The New Orleans Pelicans is NOP. I'm like, nope. Phoenix versus nope. Dallas versus Utah. Golden State versus Denver. Memphis versus Minnesota. So I'm going to take Memphis and Denver because I hate Golden State. And then I'm going to take Dallas and Phoenix. In the East, Miami versus Atlanta. That's a Miami, right? Philly versus Toronto. That's Philly, right?
That's Philly. Yeah.
Joel gonna carry that. Milwaukee versus the Bulls. Milwaukee, and then Boston versus Brooklyn. I'm gonna take Brooklyn in the upset. That'll leave Brooklyn facing Milwaukee, so we're both gonna take Milwaukee. And then I'm gonna take the 76ers over Miami. So I'm gonna send the 76ers to the finals because we're just having fun with this.
Okay.
All right. On the other side, we're gonna have Golden State against Memphis. So Memphis. And then we're going to have Dallas.
Hey, guys. Phoenix. Sorry about that.
Is it Dallas or Phoenix coming out of the West?
I'm going to go with Phoenix.
Phoenix. So Phoenix against Memphis. Who's in the finals?
Phoenix.
Phoenix against the 76ers is my final two. I'm going to take the 76ers. I think Joel, if he stays healthy, they're going to ride him all the way.
I'm going to take Phoenix because I know Phoenix got there last year. They know what it took, and I like James Harden. I really like James Harden, but I just don't believe James Harden can put Philadelphia on his back and beat Phoenix.
Yeah. I don't know what Nate the Great's drinking, but he's taking the Raptors over the 76ers. I just took a screenshot of his comment. I'm taking Toronto over Philly. I just
tell Nate the Great we don't bet on WOVU, but we bet over here at Marshawn Entertainment. Tell him, inbox me your offer. I would take that. I would take you up on that.
No way.
Crazy.
No way. All right, guys, we gotta go ahead and wrap it up here. I thank y'all for being here today, working with me as always. Appreciate it. Great show today. We had a lot of fun, and we are going to get to some of those free agent signings that the Browns have made. I promise. But today was a good day for all of Cleveland, bringing back Denzel Ward, and he got Kazay too. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to his family as well. He truly deserves it. But this is Her in the Huddle, and for Cleveland Kate and for Marshawn and for the First Lady, we are out of here. Bye, guys.
See y'all.